Okay, everybody. Today we're doing a quick little uh tier list video. That's gonna be for HYB. Uh, yeah, let's get started. Also, this is as of episode 17, and also I don't think this tier list has X1's remaster, so I just want to make that known and clear before we start. And yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Uh, so first we have Donkey Cheese Round One. I think this is actually a pretty mediocre solo. Well, I don't think it's absolute garbage, but I feel like Donkey kind of tried with this. Uh, um, but however, I don't think that really tried with his. Personally, I still think Donkey should have won against Bad in episode one because I feel like he just tried a bit more. But hey, whatever. Uh, Also, I don't like looking back at bad around one for HYB, and then and then knowing that this is his first win. Like I don't like looking like what I'm trying to say is that I don't like looking back at this and saying that this is like fully deserved of being Bad's first win on a YBB because we didn't know this is Bad's first win. And like like if you have your first win on YBB, people should be able to look back at it and say, "Yeah, I think you deserve this to be your first win." But I just can't really do that with Bad One, you know. Koei, I don't think, yeah, I don't think this is that good, to be honest. Luigi's, I think this is a solid beat here. I like the remix that I do. Everybody know it's not a remix in Black Panther 2. Uh, okay, for Wild Foxy, one is like an A. If you don't notice, I do have an A and A minus because, well, there's going to be a lot of A tier beatboxes, and yeah, I just kind of want to split them up, you know. Uh, anyway, Wild Foxy. Okay, I thought this was pretty good. Uh, Another thing I like about this is that it sounds nothing like the original song, and I feel like this. I feel like a lot of people thought this was the best HYB solo at one point, and then it just got overshadowed by a bunch of other good performances. Uh, yeah, we already know this going there. Uh, CSA's lose around. I think this is actually pretty good. And A minus tier. His roasts were his roasts were good and they were kind of funny. Uh, I like his beatboxing and yeah, I think this is pretty good for its first performance in HYB. Yeah, I don't think we have to explain this one either. Neither do we have to explain this one. Popcorn TV round one. I think this is pretty good. Uh, I like the remix to Brofist. That was good. Uh, yeah, I kind of have nothing else to say. Uh, Hap's second favorite performance. Personally, I think I'm literally the only one who still likes these two performances. I feel like over time people will really stop liking these two performances. I personally really like them. I'd say I still think Rev One and I'd say these two are like a very low A, and the remasters are like an A tier. But these two beatboxes are actually pretty good. Not gonna lie. Now we have Hap's negative one performance, hence AKA Hap's favorite beatbox. Uh, yeah, this is easily a S tier. I like the remix to Closer. Like I feel like everything about this is pretty good. I like the inclusion of Peachy PC Mello, the voice of Don, and yeah, I like the beatboxing too. Like I like the FBF reference, and yeah, overall I think this is a pretty good beatbox. And Nichi F Moxie round one. Although Moxie's voice sounds kind of dead, this is pretty good. Javon's actually I used to like this, then I stopped liking it, and now I like it again, which is kind of weird. But I'd say it's a B tier beatbox. It's pretty good. I like the remix to Okay, for Moxie's beatbox, I like the remix to what is it called? Uh, Ice Ice Baby, and I like Jamal's remix to dude, I forgot the song. But I do remember the song Javon remixed for Javon Negative One. It's Young, Wild, and Free. I'm confident that's what he remixed. I'm confident. Uh, anyway, I think Javon Negative One is a pretty good solo. It's pretty catchy, and yeah, I like it. Okay, I know people are gonna get pissed off at where I put this, but I definitely think KMM is like okay, okay. I don't think it's right there. I think it goes good right here. Like actually, yeah, I think okay, this looks better. Really, I think KMM him round one is actually pretty good for what it is, but KM him negative one, that's an S tier beatbox. That I feel like KM really tried a lot more with this beatbox than he did with his round one, which is one of the reasons why I think he lost. And speaking of people who I thought should have lost, we have Nap. I feel like HYB 7 is the episode I disagree with the most. Because I'm not saying it's the only episode I disagree with, but it's definitely the episode I disagree with the most. Uh, I feel like Nab definitely should have lost in the episode. Uh, although I think it's okay. I think a lot of parts of Nav One are good, but just that the beatboxing really ruins it for me. I think it's better than all six of these solos, obviously. Uh, then we have Mason One. Okay, I don't understand why people don't like but I feel like Mason tried with this. Unlike this terrible performance. I'm actually gonna put it in a D tier below Nav One. Like I really don't like it. I used to think it's a 6 out of 10, but now I think it's like a 3 at most. Uh, yeah, I feel like Mason tried a lot more with this one, and I think he should have won. Like, although his round two would probably be something like this, I feel like he should have beat Val. Speaking of Val, now we have a Val. I think Val's gonna go in B tier or Val. Okay. Anyway, that was beatbox. The information was pretty good. Like. I think as soon as the episode came out, I thought about one, but over time, I now think Mason won. Um, I like the remix to Orphan Tears, and I think this is a pretty good beatbox. I like the feature of XX1. That was a nice touch. Speaking of XX1, we have uh, XX1's round one. Uh, this one is pretty decent. I'm gonna put it right here. Okay, yeah, I think that's good. And next we have this funny jokester. Yeah, he didn't try. I feel like if he tried, he could have made this episode a lot more close than it already is. Than it isn't, is what I meant to say. Uh, uh, yeah, I think it's better than Mason Negative One. It had lots of funny parts, even though there aren't any roast. But yeah, so I just realized this doesn't have any remaster. Oh well, that sucks. I guess we can do remasters tier list eventually. Uh, anyway, next we have Gary's, and yeah, I think this is pretty good. I like the remix to Beat It, and considering it's my second that Beat It is my second favorite song ever. That really helps Gary's beatbox. Uh, I want to say more about it, but I just don't know what to say. Next we have uh, Badger Round One. Badger Round One. Uh, Beard. I'm gonna put it. I'll put it D tier above uh, H2 Round One. Also, I just realized nothing is in C tier. Wow. CCP is gonna go in C tier for CCP. I'm literally joking. I think this is actually pretty good. I also think no, I also think JT's round one is also pretty good. These two are pretty close, but now I think CCP one. I think that could change eventually. Uh, yeah, this is how this is the current is how these two stand. Okay, now for an even closer battle, we have Ali quarter-wise. I I first thought that this battle was extremely close, but now I think it's like this. It's like I used to think both were right here, but now Ali moves down to an A tier for Ali. Okay, I'm gonna stop making those jokes. Uh, but yeah, this is how I'd say these two are. Quarterwise is actually pretty good for his first performance. Like I really like Quarterwise's uh uh beatbox. Um, Ali's is pretty good, although it's impossible for him to have good roast because no one really knew that much about Quarterwise at the time. They were still pretty good. Like calling him Pennywise. Next we have legacies. Personally, I still think legacy should have be Ray. Like Ray did a good job. The inclusion of Foxy was pretty good, and yeah, I like lots of parts about it. But legacy was just better. I know it doesn't have beatboxing, and yeah, but that doesn't still. That just doesn't mean that it's not good. I still like it. What can I say? What can I say? I personally, okay, I can see why people think Ray won, and but personally, I still think episode 13 should have been a lot closer, in my opinion. Uh, yeah, that's just hey, that's just what I think. Cobalt is gonna go right here, and Omegas is actually gonna go right here. I know I just pissed a lot of people off by saying Quarterwise one, Gary one, and Caveman negative one are all better than Omegas, but hear me out, hear me out. I just feel like Omega's beatbox is just a lot more forgettable than these three. And I feel like Cobalt is just a lot more memorable. Also, the beatboxing in Cobalt is like phenomenal. Phenomenal is what I meant to say, but my brain decided to shut down. Anyway, Omega's flow, and I feel like Omega had the better like performance, but overall, Cobalt's had the better beatbox. Next we have what's this called? K Productions Round One or IOK Trio. I think it's right here. I honestly think it's right here. And Monks is gonna go. Uh, jeez. I mean, do I put Monks above his father or below his father? For now, I'll put it above his father. Uh, anyway, I like IOK's remix to Industry Baby. Uh, I thought it was pretty good. Uh, yeah, I don't think there's pretty much anything there's anything else to say about it. But Monks was pretty good. The beatboxing in it is pretty good. I like Monk's energy throughout his performance. His roasts were pretty hardcore, like saying that he was the favorite son. Uh, in MBO, you caught cock. I hate being related to you. You belong in the zoo. Like those were some pretty good roasts, and I do think in terms of roast, Monk won, but I think overall K had a better beatbox. Uh, McCall. Okay, I know I called him Michael in my reaction to HYB 16, but yeah, it's his name's McCall. Uh, okay, I'll put it like this. Actually, yeah, I think this is fine. I think McCall did actually wait. No, I think McCall won. Why did I do that? But anyway, I think McCall did a pretty good job. Uh, although some of his roasts didn't weren't really that good. Most of his roasts were just saying he wasn't gonna win, and his channel is apparently hard to find. Even though if I go into YouTube and search BA Productions, it's gonna appear. Also, his roasts make it seem like he thought he was going second. Like, I'm gonna roast my hair and roasting me and Faded being buddies. Like, I feel like some of his roasts made it seem like he was uh, go, going second in HYB 16. But regardless, it was still pretty good. Uh, Next we have BA. I think BA did a pretty good job. I like the rings to Uptown Funk, and yeah, it was pretty good. Now we have these two. I honestly, for the last round one in HYB, I expected more from these two, especially Mr. Fish. Like his people against Mr. Bear, that was lit. But anyway, I'm gonna put Jabrick's HYB below Bow, and then Mr. Fish's in C tier. I was actually reserving C tier for Mr. Fish. Like I think this is gonna be the only music in C tier. Uh, but anyway, I feel like this episode could have been a lot less closer if JB actually roasted Mr. Fish. Like because Mr. Fish actually tried to roast JB, it made this episode a lot more closer in my opinion. But when I call him JT, no, I'm just calling him J Rick from now on, funny, so I don't make that mistake again. Anyway, yeah, but I still think J Rick won, in my opinion. Uh, I genuinely don't know what to say about it. I just don't. Next we have like the bonuses and scraps battles. I generally don't want to rank these. I generally don't like. Okay, here. I won't rank these two. Actually, no, screw it. Anyway. Uh. Uh. Okay. This is obviously F tier. Uh, um. This is actually pretty good. Hold on. I'll put it below half one. Um, Now we have these ones left. This is actually pretty good. I don't know why a lot of people think it's so bad. I generally think this is even better than his bonus beatbox, which I'll put. Yeah, I think this is good. Um, Actually, I'll put his bonus beatbox above his round one, and okay, now we have these ones. Okay, yeah, I want to elaborate on these 9 bonuses because I think they're pretty good. Next we have Rev 2 or Rev bonus reflux. Uh, I'll put it at high B. I think this is pretty good. Uh, his roasts are actually really good. Like I think they're some of the best roasts in the series in my opinion. His rapping was pretty good. Just his chorus was very catchy. And overall, I think it was a pretty good performance. But Moxie 2, on the other hand, that was awesome. That was awesome. That was pretty good. I'll put it right here. I don't think that was one of the best performances in the series. I like the remix to Without Me. I think overall it's a better performance. And so too. Um, Next we have. Okay, now I have 7 left. Uh, okay. Okay, you know how I said I reserved C tier for Mr. Fish? Well, yeah. Anyway, I think Mr. Fish's beatbox against Penguin was pretty good, but like it's just really forgettable and like pretty bland too. Uh, oh, I thought this was a bad bonus, but Moxie's Moxie's second bonus. I think this is like a low A tier. It's pretty good. I see why people think this is Moxie's worst beatbox, and I agree too. But I think it's a lot better than what people say it is. Uh, that is beatbox against Popcorn TV. That was actually pretty good. That was actually pretty good. I think if Popcorn TV used to scrap beatbox, I feel like Popcorn TV versus Beck could have been a lot closer, in my opinion. But okay, I'll put it here. I'll put it here. It's pretty good. Um, Next we have this, this phenomenal beatbox. Uh, I will even put it above Legacy and Zord. And Mr. Beer's roast were actually pretty good, considering that it's literally Mr. Bear. And personally, I think Fish's roast were even better. Like considering that Mr. Bear isn't even a YouTuber, and the fact that he had this many roasts against him, were kind of shocking. I mean, it was kind of shocking, is what I meant to say. But my brain decided to shut down once again. Uh, I'll put it. I'll put it below Foxy. Now we have the Halloween bonus beatboxes. Quarter wises. Okay, I think performance wise, funny joke. Uh, Quarter wise won, but Gary kind of just destroyed him and everything else. Like I mentioned in my reaction to this episode, uh, Gary now has my favorite. Gary's bonus is now my favorite HYB beatbox. Um, uh, but yeah, I think I don't know what to say. I generally don't know what to say. Uh, Quarter-wise is actually you know what? I'll put it. I'll bring it down. Uh, Here. Yeah, I'll put it right. Yeah, I think this is better. Quarter-wise was kind of disappointing. Not gonna lie. I don't think it's bad by any means. I feel like he could have done more with it, especially with what Gary had to offer. Like even though people knew Quarter-wise a bit more, no one. So Quarterwise doesn't have that. Didn't as of this date, Quarterwise doesn't have that much content on his channel. So uh, there isn't that that many things Gary could roast him about. But the fact that Gary still had the better beatbox is just kind of surprising to me. But yeah, this is my HYB tier list. I actually want to make F tier a lot more organized. I think this is the best. This is the second best. Uh, okay, I think his bonus was better than his rumble and then. Yeah, I think these two are both better than this. But okay, yeah, I think that settles uh F tier. Um, D tier looks good. I don't think there's any changes that I'm going to make. C tier, B tier. Okay, yeah, I think B tier is good. Uh, A minus tier. Uh, Actually, no, I'll bring Moxie tier down to A minus tier. Um, yeah, I don't think there's any changes I'd like to make to A minus tier. A tier. I think I'm gonna have at least one change. Uh, I'll put CCP and JT above Moxie. Um, I'll put Wall of Foxy above Ollie, and I'll bring K down. Oh, I think that looks good. Uh, then we have these beatboxes. I can change this. Uh, Actually, I'll put Divine -1 above. I guess. Uh, these performances. I think all of these performances belong in S tier. Uh, yeah, I don't think there's any changes. Okay, actually, yeah, I think that looks good. Um, but yeah, this is my HYB tier list as of HYB episode 17. Uh, yeah, this is actually pretty long. I'm actually kind of tired. I might take a nap after I'm done with this. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this funny little tier list video. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.